Hello and welcome to Our Kids, sponsored by Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm Pleasure Ridge Park High School correspondent Edward Smith. Let's take a look back at the best of the 2019-2020 school year.
A community celebration took place at the Muhammad Ali Center to celebrate the second class at the W.E.B. Du Bois Academy with a tie and jacket ceremony.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
This one here, once you tie it, we can just
Don't put this up.
I would like for you all to loudly, proudly, and strongly give it up for the second inaugural class of Young Lions. The King! The King! The King! The King! How will we come? How will we come? When I say we are, you say one pride. We are. One pride. We are. One pride. When I say we are, you say one brotherhood. We are. One brotherhood. We are. One brotherhood.
And our mission is to engage, eliminate barriers, and empower each young man to achieve excellence. We feel that in order for us to accomplish this, we're going to have a collective effort, and that is going to be between our students, our new Young Lions, the community, which we have their support, and most importantly, family.
This school goes far beyond the walls in which they will learn. This school goes far beyond the neighborhoods in which they come from. This school is a way of life.
So there is a responsibility on your shoulders, now that you are a young lion, that you must continue this.
E. The E stands for empathy, right? I want you to see the way your brother sees, to feel the way your brother feels, to understand that your brother may need to talk to somebody or may just need someone to listen.
I know from the bottom of my heart that my son is in the right place. I know that he is loved. I know that he is supported.
But this time, guess what? You will have a whole school full of brothers to help you every step of the way. You may trip, but we won't let you fall. This year is sure to be your best year yet.
Make no mistakes about it. The folks who are standing up in front of you are dreamers. They believe in the power of education, and they will do everything that they can to make sure your son is taken care of, make sure he's inspired, make sure he's held accountable.
And that you boys, we're gonna do it.
Shelby, the therapy dog at PRP High School, brings new energy to the halls of the school.
Sit. Sit. Good girl. Shake. Good girl.
Here we are at Pleasure Ridge Park High School, home of the Panthers, and here is Shelby.
Good girl.
And Shelby Fox is our therapy dog, and she is our rock star at PRP High School.
She works with Pam Cotton, our mental health counselor. She helps kids. It's amazing. It gets them to open up. The fights that used to happen in the hallway aren't happening anymore.
I can walk in the hall and feel tension between students, maybe something's getting ready to go down, and the minute they see Shelby, they take it down a notch. They take it down because they love her, she calms them, and they want to be better people in front of her. I think it almost embarrasses them to see her and for them to maybe be acting out. I thought it was going to be a win-win, but oh my gosh is all I can say. I had no idea, and I've been a social worker for 30 years. So when I see the transformation that takes place with these students, it's unbelievable to me.
Somebody that can listen to them and help them open up, either in therapy or if they're up in my room and it's one of my advanced kids that's having an anxiety attack, like when she comes and lays her head on their lap and says, you know, and then they just like cry and they feel better in a minute.
Shelby. Shelby. Hey, Shelby.
Shelby is the most popular girl in school.
I think a dog is just so relatable and is judgment-free and is just calm and soothing and just kind of brings them back down to what's important in life, truly, instead of worrying about a test or worrying about a grade or, you know, worrying about what's happening at home.
The opportunity that you've given the kids in this school is just unbelievable to me. I mean, this is the most selfless thing I've ever seen. And the coordination that we all have to do to take care of Shelby, if I can't take Shelby out because I'm swamped or Jana's in the middle of class, we have teachers that we can say, hey, can you come help? and teachers will actually leave their planning period and come.
Can I adopt her?
The shouts of Shelby through the hallway from all these kids, it's like no adult, no person exists when Shelby's walking through the hallway. I mean, they literally will come down here and be like, I don't want to talk to any people, I just want to sit with Shelby. Like, I just need to sit with Shelby for a few minutes. And then they're here for 2 or 3 minutes, and then they can go right back to class, and they're fine.
Hey, Shelby.
I think she's changed the culture of the school and the climate of the school.
Hello, come here. Hello. Oh, thanks.
A student at Jeffersontown High School is doing an apprenticeship with the JCPS Department of General Maintenance and preparing for her future.
My name is Mosiah Young. I'm a senior at J-Town High School, and I work for General Maintenance.
The main part of our welding program is trying to get kids to go to work. So employability skills, we're trying to get our kids at the time of graduation, or even a few of them before, just like Mosiah was her junior year, into a welding co-op, an internship, or just transition ready and ready for a career at time of graduation. We've partnered with quite a few different companies so that we have more options for the students. We do project-based learning every day, whether it's fabrication, maintenance, or welding. It all falls within our curriculum. I try to pair them up with the right company.
So far I've been in HVAC, I've been in electric, I've been in the lock shop. Right now I'm working with glass.
We're going to get this piece of glass cut. We're going to use our glass pliers.
We had a need here at J-Town for a maintenance assistant, but the way things worked out, we found out that there were some things going on with JCPS with an internship. They were going to hire 2. This was last year for a summer program, and Mosiah was one of the first ones I thought of. Just her character, her skill level, and her commitment to the class. So she knocked it out of the park. She went right into the interview, and I think she was one of their first choices and made the offer, and everything else is history. She's done a wonderful job.
What's great about them coming into general maintenance, it's not just one skill. They get to learn electrical, plumbing, HVAC, carpentry work, lock shop. And so for them to get out of school and then have all this experience in these multiple trades, it's a menu for them to pick from. And so it's a great opportunity for young kids to get that. They're not just stuck to one discipline.
Actually, I do want to stay at JCPS for general maintenance, but I actually want to go to the lock shop. For now, doing a lot of stuff that most people would think about.
So to grow your own, per se, we take our students and we teach them and train them and employ them. Yeah, I mean, I'll hope it continues.
It's helped a lot because it's like, wow, this is not just one thing. Like, people actually take their time out to keep the schools up and running and keep it going, and it's just amazing what they actually do. Before I even got the job, I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? Like, my mind was really scrambled about what to do with my life, and it was just like, okay, now you got a job, so now you gotta focus. Like,
give it a squeeze. Awesome.
Violins of Hope made a special visit to Atherton High School. The Violins survived the Holocaust, and their stories continue to resonate.
We're at Atherton High School, and this morning we listened to the Violins of Hope program.
When we talk usually about the Holocaust, we talk about numbers that nobody understands. But when you break it down to individual stories and people, and you can tell where they were and when, it makes it a little bit easier to understand. We have about 82 instruments today, including 1 viola and 1 cello. Some of them we have a very detailed history, some unfortunately we don't, because we don't have a testimony and we don't have the owners to say what happened and where. We can't really know. But after the war, when people heard about all the atrocities the Nazis did, it was a very strong band in Israel on everything German. People forget history, and if they forget history, they forget the mistakes done in history. And if they forget the mistakes, they might do the mistakes again.
It was very touching. You know, I've taken a couple classes on this subject, and music's always been a big part of my life, so hearing some of the music that was in it was just very, I just felt in the music. All of the stories, I believe, need to be told, and it's so hard to get all of them, but it's hard to sort of put it into words on how important those small stories are.
Music brought hope to people. Music brought sorrow because some of them had to play during executions. Music saved their lives, and music also tortured them. I hope they learn that there are lots of ways to solve a conflict. And the problem is that we all know where hate starts, but we never know where it ends.
Stay tuned, we have more stories coming up.
I say this to remind us that there is hope, that hard work and determination will get us through.
Everything we've endured made our class unique, strong, and determined to keep going.
I know that this isn't the senior year we all had hoped for, and perhaps it's a little unfair. But I know that if my life was fair, I wouldn't be up here making this speech. Adversity is about making someone grow.
Someday we will get to tell our strange and abnormal story to the future generations, or even see our graduating class go down in history.
Parents, I know this is hard for you not to have an in-person graduation, but you have given us the confidence to know that we can accomplish anything, whether we show off or remain humble in our approach.
But at the end of my senior year, little did I know, finishing my school career would be the smallest school of all, at home.
Through tough times like these, I always realize how resilient and great we can be, because we have been put under extreme pressure this year, yet we are still fighting. I believe that this idea of a never give up and never stop fighting mentality is instilled in our class because we never let anything beat us.
I know each and every one of us is going to take the world by storm. The world is ready for the future, and the class of 2020 is that future.
You walked in as a freshman, meeting new friends, attending homecomings, going to basketball games, football games with friends, taking a part of a victory of a pep rally fight song.
Remember the fact that we're all standing here today as high school graduates. We finally made it. And I know it's not perfect, but just remember that life is not going to be perfect. But it's moments like this that make it worth living.
We can't be stopped because we'll only push harder. We don't make excuses because we take chances. We don't stand down because we rise to the challenge and become victorious. We are the class of 2020.
Welcome to Our Kids, sponsored by Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm PRP High School correspondent Edward Smith. Let's continue looking back at the best of the 2019-2020 school year.
Two students from Seneca High School are gaining experience at their apprenticeship with JCPS Early Childhood.
Say turtle. Turtle. We're at Alex Kennedy Elementary School, and I'm here because I have an apprenticeship in early childhood, which is preschool, and I just work in a preschool classroom as an assistant, helping the head teachers and other assistants prepare these kids for kindergarten.
We have 3 apprentices here in the program, and I find it very beneficial to have the additional help in the classroom, but also it provides them that hands-on experience.
Find the puppy?
He's the puppy, the dog.
The program is about working with little kids with math and reading.
What do you want to read now? It's prepared me for quite a lot. Between the kids and the adults, you learn a lot. The kids teach me something new, the adults will teach me something new, and it's just always a learning opportunity here.
It provides them that opportunity to get that exposure early on. You need to have more hands-on experience to really understand what you may encounter. And having that throughout the course of the school year, you get that opportunity to see those unexpected moments occur and how to handle that, but also you're in a campus where you have other experienced educators who support you.
I hope to be able to be like the teachers here and get experience from the little kids.
I hope that they continue the apprentice program because I think hands-on experience, that's something that is necessary when you get into the workforce if you're going into education.
Like just counting to 10 for some of these kids is so huge, and to them it's one of their greatest accomplishments. And it's really cool to see that, and them get excited that they can count to 10 and that they can go beyond 10. This is something I could do for the rest of my life.
Music class at Norton Elementary is a safe place to explore lyric writing, instrumental themes, and performance techniques.
Kids are screaming in a lot.
Right now we're in Mr. A's class at Norton Elementary.
1, 2, here you go.
Black is the color of a licorice stick.
You always start at the beginning of the year focusing on beat and rhythm, and so I figured what better way than rap and hip hop.
Why don't you take on the summer? You're upset.
A rap battle is like you go back and forth and you try to be better than the other person in rapping.
So just let me take my vows, son.
I do kind of have a different approach to music sometimes. The elements of music never really change, but what our children listen to and experience is constantly changing. So I always try to take what kids are listening to and try to find a way to meet them, to teach everything I need to teach them, but meeting them where they are with the music they're listening to. So listen how he incorporated a pattern, not only with his rhythmic pattern, but his melodic pattern with the pitches. Go ahead. So I try to constantly embed current music, popular music, because one, they get really excited, but it gives me an avenue to really teach what I want to teach and what I need to teach.
We found new ways to express ourselves, and we're being emerging innovators and effective communicators.
1, 2, 3, go.
The first color of the rainbow is red.
In social studies, sometimes we talk in front of the class, and if you can rap in front of the class, you can also talk into a class, and then it wouldn't make you nervous and stuff.
And writing, it helps you expand your vocabulary, and you're like, okay, what can I do to make this sound like it's perfect and awesome?
And so that way it allowed us to really draw in elements of things we use in the classroom, literary and rhyming and alliteration, and then draw that in, but then continue using beat and rhythm and have them compose, and then eventually lead into a big project where they could share.
Nice to be working with other people, and I like doing poetry, so I thought it was very fun to make raps because I've never made them before.
So we had kids doing rap battles, rapping about why their mother or father was important to them, favorite sports figures, anything that they were excited or passionate about. They could use that, and it's just kind of this process of getting them more and more comfortable.
Because we get to go with other people, and we get to share our raps.
Yellow is a color that's very rare.
It is nerve-wracking to get up in front of your peers or other people and share something and put yourself out there that you've created.
It's pretty hard, but once you get the hang of it, it's like riding a bike. It's once you get the hang of it, you've really kind of you flow.
'Cause I float like a butterfly and sing like a bee.
Woo!
Central High School and the Academy at Shawnee competed in the first ever JCPS Winter Championship Esports Tournament.
Welcome to the first ever JCPS Esports Winter Championship for 2020. Good. This today is the JCPS Esports Winter 2020 City Championship. It is the first time that we've done one of these, so we are going to have Central and Shawnee competing against each other for a trophy sponsored by Greater Louisville, Inc. They're going to be playing League of Legends, which is arguably the most popular video game in the world. It's incredibly complicated, but super fun.
We just didn't have anything locally, so what we're competing in right now is us versus Central. We're competing in a local tournament. We're very excited. They were yelling in the car, cheering, everything. It's just going crazy right now.
Our coach, Mr. Miley, he's always talked about League of Legends, and he's like, man, if we do esports, I'd coach that in a heartbeat. And 2019, we were offered, a chance to join Play VS and play. So he took it in a heartbeat, and I'm one of his chess players, so I figured I'd help him out.
Right now, I'm really nervous because it's going to be my first professional game, but usually whenever we're playing practice and at school in general, we just get really excited and just have fun with the game. That's really the point of it.
Your lineup for Shawnee High School, we have
I played because mainly it wasn't because a friend got me into it, and we just had fun playing it. With the time, it became something more, to me, something more serious, that I can see myself doing it in the long run. There's 5 players, so you need very good communication skills, able to work in teams, you're able to be very selective on the decisions you make, because one decision in the game could just take it all down.
This game is a lot of fun, and it boosts your confidence when you win, when you're doing good. Everything is on-the-fly decision-making, and for young people like myself, like my entire team, it really helps us to develop these skills that we can use in jobs later on in life.
It really gives them an opportunity to be involved with the school, because a lot of students like these guys, they don't play sports, physical sports, but they do play video games. And because they play video games, this gives them the chance to actually do something that makes them feel involved with the school.
Are we going to have headsets?
You're not going to have headsets.
We're all goofballs, but I wouldn't trade any of these guys for a pro player just because they happen to be better. As a team, we are the perfect team chemistry, because we were losing to beginner bots in the beginning, and now we're actually going into draft playing ranked.
It makes them keep their grades up. It makes them be involved. They show up to school daily. It helps with attendance. It's just so helpful.
Really, we want our students to follow along the tech pipeline, going from high school to college to hopefully a job here in Louisville. So this is part of the Mayor's Digital Alliance partnership with JCPS. So whether they end up with a career in esports or broadcasting or programming or anything on the backside of any sort of business, we want to help support them. And esports is a great gateway into that.
If you do something that's risky in a job and it does not pay off whatsoever, you're going to lose your job. And I think League is helping, at least me, understand what risks I can take and what risks are a little too risky to take.
I really, really hope that we have 20 schools out of our 26 high schools competing in May.
Western High School students are using their carpentry skills to build beautiful Adirondack chairs. The skills they learned give them lots of future potential.
When they first said we were going to build a chair, I was like, ooh, it's kind of going to be a little hard. Because usually last time we built a table and stuff. So this time, once I looked at the measurements, I kind of understood a little bit how it was going to be built. And he kind of shows a little small how to do it. And then once we started actually getting it, I started oh, okay, this is getting better. I understand more.
Now you only got to cut one side. We're at Western High School. We're in the carpentry shop right now. And I've got the kids building Adirondack chairs. It seems like a complicated project, but it's really not once they get into it.
I'm going to make the hose for the armrests so I can mount them down. And so we can get that, so we can start making the backboard and getting the back end.
Clamp this, put a few of the short screws in it. Every bit of experience they get out here in the shop with using power tools and all of the different things out here, it all translates into real-world experience. They can go to any construction site and they're using the same kind of tools, all the principles. They overlap in all the trades, just basic measurement, accurate measurement. They're all basic skills that they need.
Oh, that's very important. If you miss one little inch, it can mess up the whole project. So you got to make sure you get every little part, make sure you go over it, make sure you get all the edge measures right.
So we have to measure this right here. So we have to measure from the top to the bottom to put right here and cut it out on the miter side. First, I didn't know what I wanted to do because I was in a lot of pathways and I went to a different school. But now I'm sure that I wanted to build things and just work in the community and help out.
I think it's important for these kids to be able to take something with them that they've built, and they can show their friends, they can show their family. Maybe it becomes an heirloom that their mom and their grandparents keep for years and years. So, and it gives them a little bit more of a personal investment in it. It's just not something that they're making that they're never going to see again. So we kind of got away from that years back, and shop was sort of a little bit of a dirty word, and now we're running short on skilled tradesmen.
I wanted to take it because my dad is a carpenter. He builds houses, and I was with him when he was working on flooring and stuff, and he told me how much he gets paid, and that put a smile on my face.
When I come straight out of high school, I can go be an intern at a big construction place or help myself in any type of way.
I like building and working with my team and stuff because it helps us interact, and this is something I would want to do outside of school and when I go to college.
Give yourself a little bit of space, all right? It is a continuing education, especially if they want to get into construction management. that's a whole nother level that they can get into. But everybody's got to start at the bottom, and they've got to learn some basic skills.
I'm countersinking the holes, so that way when the screws go in, they can lay flat with the wood.
As they progress and they get older, they can go to a trade school, they can go to a college and get a degree in construction management. So there's all sorts of things that they can branch off into. It's not just working in the field.
When you get done and you take a picture of it, and you can put it in your backpack, that's the real accomplishment right there. So.
It says float with our butterfly and sting with our free, as in freestyle. It only makes sense to have the Ali Stingray to be housed here at Central High School, home of the greatest, Muhammad Ali. Central High School has always been about the business of creating equitable access for students that don't typically have equitable access in unique spaces, such as the swimming pool. Yep. This expression, the Ali Stingray, is nothing more than a continuation of our tradition as creating leaders of positive social change. And these young people that we see before you, their lives will be transformed. Some of them, their bodies will be transformed, and they will have access to opportunities and unique experiences that all students should have. But for sure, our students here at Central High School and the Du Bois Academy will have a wonderful opportunity to become swim scholars through the Ali Stingray program.
It is a swimmer scholars program, and this is an extremely important issue when you talk about access and the ability to be safe, the ability to be healthy throughout your lifetime.
Our program incorporates time management, perseverance, overcoming obstacles, and setting and reaching goals.
I can swim now. Look at me, I can swim.
I'm at Du Bois Academy. I'm a sixth grader, and the name of the team is the Ali Stingrays.
Ready? Yep.
I'm really excited because I feel like it's gonna better me as a swimmer. When it comes to like competitions and stuff, it's gonna better me with my college, like my advantage of getting into college and scholarships.
I have friends that I can swim with now because you don't see a lot of black people that can swim. I don't have black friends that can swim, but I got some right here and I got some right here.
Good? All right, tell me if these are, put them on your eyes. I'm really excited about this program. It's really cool to be the part of the leading edge of change in this city where there hasn't been much movement in a really long time to get the kids access, to get them a chance. I think the biggest word there is chance. I'm giving them a chance.
When I heard that they had an OLLI program that could help with tutoring, I decided that that's something I really needed to better help a little boost with my grades, so that was very interesting to me.
And it is definitely impacting all the young men that we have in front of us.
You think about swimming, but you really, you focus on swimming. Not nothing else, you just focus on what you're doing.
Originally, I didn't know how to swim, so learning how to swim through this program was actually very fun. And like they said, with setting people up to be a lifeguard, I'm actually applying for a job at the YMCA as a lifeguard.
It's better if you have the advantage of being all together and we become closer every day.
It makes me feel proud. It makes me feel like I accomplished some of my goals in life.
Everyone here was scared at first, being scared not being able to touch the ground, diving underwater. Just try it. It's actually very fun, and TJ is a very good coach.
And it really is a testament to the power of empowering young people and giving them the opportunity to exercise this life skill that will transfer not only to them, but to their children and to their children as well.
Follow that butterfly!
Thanks for watching our show. You can catch entire episodes of Our Kids on our YouTube channel. Until next time, keep supporting our kids.